What's good, everybody? It's your boy Wilder42K, and we are back with another banger for you today. And I do want to apologize still for the lack of videos over the past couple weeks. With work and life right now, I am trying to get back on track with a consistent schedule that works best for me and best for the Wild Things. But anyways, today we take you back to one of our favorite series, and we're going to talk about why does everyone hate the Boston Celtics. Now, some of you may have seen the Why Does Everyone Hate the LA Lakers video, and if you haven't, it will be linked down below in the description. But I figured with the playoffs starting, and in my group of friends, it seems to be the two favorite teams we favor to win are the Lakers and the Celtics. Why not take on the counterpart in this historic rivalry in this video? Now, most of the older generation will say they've hated the Celtics for a long time, since the Bill Russell days, like the late 50s through the 60s and 70s, because of the straight dominance of Boston in that time period. Winning their first NBA Finals in 1956-1957 season, attending the Finals in the 57-58 season but losing to the St. Louis Hawks, and then going on to winning 8 straight before missing the 66-67 Finals under the first-year player coach Bill Russell, and then winning 2 more before the 70s. That's right, you did hear that correctly. The first ever and only ever player coach to win back-to-back NBA titles, or an NBA title for that matter in general. So again, the biggest reason in short, I would say, is Bill Russell winning and leading the Celtics to their first 11 championships, 11 All-NBA teams, 12-time All-Star, and the only player coach to win a title. Rest in peace to the Secretary of Defense. Now, I won't say people hate Bill Russell, because I don't think that's the fact. I think it is a culmination of the entire team, but he was a huge factor in their success at the time. And you may ask, why else would someone hate the Celtics outside of him or that era or some of the newer people that hate them? Well, there's plenty of reasons. The Celtics have been an NBA franchise since 1946, a total of 77 seasons, including this one, and have only missed the playoffs 17 times. And of those, 4 occurred this century. Not to mention a total of 17 NBA championships, most recently in 2009, and 33 division titles. And as a Raptors fan, I've lived with the Celtics constantly beating up on us, winning championships and winning the division, but God bless 2018-2019 season, and God bless Kawhi Leonard. Also, as of more recently of this century, they built a quote-unquote bad boy persona similar to that of the Detroit Pistons era, but much more soft. And I say that lightheartedly. I don't want to raise any eyebrows or anything like that, but we are talking about why everybody hates this franchise. And a lot of opponents do look at Marcus Smart or even Kevin Garnett as a quote-unquote bad boy era team between unintentional low blows and again, just encapsulating that Garnett-Pierce big three in 2009 to about 2013. It was a huge deal. Now, do I personally think this is a quote-unquote bad boy team? Not necessarily. I do feel like they play with more grit and determination than most teams in the NBA, as opposed to just throwing up three-pointers from the three-point line. I feel like they are a more tenacious team in a way, but that also brings me to the point of they are the winningest NBA team in the history of the NBA. No other franchise has more wins than them. Which kind of leads to our next point. They always seem to find ways to get good players, or let's say finesse other teams, which the reason I say that is to mention the great finesse of 2013. The great finesse of 2013 refers to the absolute fleece over the Brooklyn Nets, who sent Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Jason Terry to the Nets. 2 of these guys were hardly even arguably washed at the time, in return for Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphries, Tornike Shingela, Reggie Evans, Keith Bogans, as well as 3 unprotected first-round picks for 2014, 2016, and 2018. 2 of those picks resulted in Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown. Both players continue to lead the Celtics in wins, especially over the Hawks, most recently in the playoffs. I do also want to mention something that I mentioned in the Why Does Everybody Hate the Boston Red Sox video, which will also be linked below, and it's their fan base seems to think that they are the superior sports city, despite other cities having more wins, more championships, etc. Now, that's not necessarily true for the Celtics as a whole, for the more wins, more chips, but their fan base seems to think that Boston or New England are the sports mecca of the world, and it's just not. Again, I'm a Red Sox fan, and I don't feel that way, and that's in part because I don't follow all of other Boston or New England sports, but I do feel that there's no reason that anybody should identify their entire city just because they like the Celtics or the Red Sox or New England. And that's just a quick short story version of why everyone hates the Boston Celtics. The simple answer is winning, and because it's Boston. Nobody likes Boston in a lot of sports. If you aren't a Boston fan, generally speaking, you don't like any Boston or New England team. Anyways, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think of the Boston Celtics. Do you think they're going to win this year's NBA Finals? Anyways, guys, much love, everyone, and I will see y'all in the next one.